When grades are not posting to the gradebook, it's usually because they're not associated. So right now I'm sitting here in Manage Grades, and if I look at this column right here, you will notice there is nothing there. There's just lines. That is telling me that the assignments, for instance, Assignment 1, Dropbox 1, are not associated with the gradebook column for Dropbox 1. And so therefore any grades in Dropbox 1 or Assignment 1 questions are not being reported. So we have to fix that. I'm going to start with Dropbox. Let's go up here to Activities, and I'm going to select Dropbox. We have to do it from this area. It's a very simple task. Go to Lesson 1 here, and I'm going to select the Action button and Edit Folder. Now, in the case of Dropboxes, my information comes up in the Properties area, but I want to find Grade Item, and you'll see that right now it's set to nothing. So I want to associate it with Dropbox 1 because that is the name of the first Dropbox assignment for this Lesson 1 assignment. And that's all there is to it. Save and close. Notice that next to my Dropbox, I have a little icon here, a little ruler that tells me that it has been associated. And so if I go to My Tools, we will see under Grades that now we have filled in one of the columns. And that tells me that it is now associated with the Dropbox. And if I click on this little I here, it tells me which lesson has been associated. Now we have to do the same thing for quizzes, and it's a little different, of course. So let's go to Quizzes and Activities. Now I'm going to go ahead with Assignment 1 questions. And again, it's important that I know what I'm trying to associate it to, but I'll assume that you can have that planned out before we start this. Click on Edit. And now I have to go to the Assessment tab. And there's Grade Item again. So I'm always looking for Grade Item. Go ahead and click on this, and I want to associate Assignment 1 questions with the gradebook column, Assignment 1 questions. And again, I'm done, but there's one more step here. Notice that Auto Export to Grades is not checked. I want to make sure I put a check mark in that dialog box there. That means that when the grade is posted, or if this is an automatically graded quiz, when the student closes the quiz, that grade will automatically go into the gradebook. So save and close. And again, we're done. Now you don't get the little ruler in quizzes, but if I go over here to grades, you'll see that now I've associated that. Now the last thing we're going to have to associate is a discussion. So let's go ahead and click on Discussions, and I'm going to find a topic that's being graded. This one says it includes an assessment. What's confusing about topics is that it'll show you the little ruler, but it doesn't mean that it's associated. This one happens not to be. So I click on the Edit triangle, Edit Topic, and I go again to Assessment, and there's my grade item, and it's not associated, so I'm going to choose a grade item for it to be associated with, in this case the Lesson 1 discussion, and I save and close, and that's it. So now it's associated, and again I can go to Grades in the Manage Grades area, and you see that now I have discussions associated with the proper thing. So yeah, there's a little bit of back and forth. You don't have to come here and of course look every time, but there's a little bit of repeated jobs here for you all, but this will get your grade book up and working. So that's it for associations.